here likes to, no one, right? Yet, according to Forbes, 3 out of 4 Americans eat like that. Meet Jonathan. He's a friend of mine who just came here from Brazil a few days ago. Right now, Jonathan is eating alone. How many of you guys have been there before? Eating by yourself, looking for some company? What if I can tell you that there is a new dining experience, and instead of eating like this, Jonathan can eat like that? Alright, so I'm Sagiv from Home Dining, and this is what we do. We are bringing people back together to the table over a home-cooked meal. How we do it? Let me show you. So Jonathan is hungry and is looking to eat with the locals. All he has to do is just log into the website and search for meals. In a second, he can see all the meals that are happening around him in real time. He can search the place on location, or time, or even relevance. Think about it. This is actually a social discovery tool that showed him where his friends are going to eat tonight, so maybe he can join them. So Jonathan looks around and found a meal, something like great, he likes Italian. So he goes into this page, and in this page you can find some interesting information about the meal, like what's cooking for the hall, and some households and where the rest of the cool guest is about to meet tonight. But that's not all. Jonathan is also looking to learn more about the host. So you go to the host profile page and voila, meet Nicole. Nicole always dreamed about opening her own restaurant. She even had a secret recipe for the best lasagna in town. By the way, she would never share it, but she would love to cook it for others. And this is why she decided to join Home Dining. And now other people can enjoy it too. So in this page, Jonathan can find some interesting information about Nicole. For instance, the number of mutual friends that they have in Facebook. Also, the host that Nicole either been hosted in the past, all the meals, or she either hosted or joined. But the most interesting information you can learn about Nicole is the reviews. Yes, guys, restaurants have Yelp. Yeah, we got it. Home cooks have Home Dining. So he looks at the reviews, looks terrific, he goes back to the meal page, looks cool again. So he decided to join. So he brings some of his friends to join to the meal, and that's it. All he has to do now is just to join to the meal, to pay, and wait for the host to approve it. And then they're gonna have like a terrific meal together. Now, this is like talking in the air, but let me tell you some real stuff that we had during the private bathroom. So have a look at this sample, for instance. This meal happened just a few days ago in Palo Alto. My co-worker in this meal found a connection that got me to this very stage I'm speaking right now. Let's have a look, another example. This guy on the right, his name is Shai from Tel Aviv. He was looking for a job for over 2 months, and guess what? He found it in this meal. One last example. Have a look at this picture. This girl on the left, her name is Marcella. She's here, by the way, right now. She was looking for good Indian food with her friends for lots of time, and she didn't find one. But you know what? She found this meal with the neighbor next door, and they found it with Home Dining. Guys, this is exactly the essence of what we do. We are bringing people back together. They're craving for it, and we are going to be this bridge that connects them between the online world and the offline world. Because think about it. Everybody talk about social, but what's more social than having a meal together? And now, guys, you can have it too. We are live, we're launching today. All welcome to go to the website and sign in. We even have an API for third parties to connect and search meals. Oh, and that's not all. One last thing. Our mobile version is coming out really soon. So you all can search meals on the go. So what are you waiting for? Just go to Home Dining, eat out, and feel at home. Thank you. Woo!
Crash, always a good sign at the launch conference if your website's crashed. I bet half the room thought what I thought as you got going, Airbnb for food.
Right.
Do you agree with that description? Is it something more than that?
First of all, I agree with this description. It is Airbnb for meals, but Airbnb they don't have a social aspect. So add to Airbnb the social aspect. There you go.
So do diners pay when they for a meal? Do the host set prices very much like the Airbnb model?
That's a great question. It's up to the host to decide. The host can decide if you want to have like a free meal, so anyone can join for free, or if you want to charge. Let's say you are like top chef and you want to charge for $60 for one meal, so we can do it. It's up to the host to decide. And once you decided you want to charge, we get the fee out of it. But if it's for free, go ahead. We encourage you to do so.
Can you do the potluck model where you bring your own food?
Yeah, we also really right now a potluck option, so everybody can share who can bring what, and they can collaborate on the ingredients and cook together. Yeah.
The point on Airbnb is interesting because it took 1,000 days for that business to start working. How are you going to get distribution to people other than being here on stage and live?
There is a question. So the first answer would be just to ask the audience, how many of you guys like this idea? Just raise your hand.
Woo!
So, alright, so we have a lot of people who like the idea. The second answer would be what we can do about it. The first line of code, Robert, by the way, was written 4 months ago. We started everything 4 months ago. So we proved that we can execute. Look where we are right now, just after 4 months. So we can execute and we can do it fast. My partner and I, we both from Israel. We know that. We don't eat alone. This is like part of our culture. I don't know if you guys heard about kibbutz, but one of my co-founders is from a kibbutz. He used it, and we want to bring this kibbutz experience to you guys.
I'm not sure you're answering how you're going to attract the hosts and the diners to the lunch.
Alright, so what we saw that is very, very interesting is that it's viral in its nature. Once somebody opens a meal, he wants everybody else to know about it. So once one host decided to open a meal, he tells his friends on Facebook, he tweet about it, and he invites whoever he wants. And the most exciting information that we found, that each meal, let's say you have 6 people that go into this meal, out of those 6 people, 2 other people will open their own meal later on.
I think it's a really cool idea, and I see kind of a culture around special experiences like this that are emerging. But one thing you have to overcome, aside from building a network to make this work, is the creep factor. That it's creepy. I'm like going over to someone's house, and what the heck are they putting in the meal, and what is this? But the part that was most compelling about all of this, I'm thinking creepy until you got to the end and you had stories about people that found a job, met somebody. That's the real story here. It's not, I'm going to go have a meal. It's the human connections. And I feel like the design of an app like this needs to be all about photos. It's not just, the photos of the food are like secondary. It's the people, it's the environment, it's the experience. That's the stuff that's going to be really compelling. That's going to attract people. And they're thinking, it's creepy and I'm weird, and once I'm in, like, can I bail? I can't really bail. This is really weird. I got to stick around for dessert.
Particularly if you're hosting.
There's got to be enough value that I feel like I'm willing to take a chance. This could be really cool.
That's a great point. And let me ask you, 5 years ago, would you consider opening a room at your house for complete strangers? No, you're open to stay.
I wouldn't, and I still feel a little creepy about that.
Yeah, but there are people who do so. By the way, right now, renting a place through Airbnb. This is where I live right now. So this is the collaborative consumption concept that right now is
both Airbnb. I can always leave. Like I don't have to face the person.
Aaron, there's an app for that. You just set your phone to ring, and then you I'll be right here. Oh my God, my sister got in a car accident. I'm out. I'm sorry.
Maybe that's their next feature.
wait a second, you've done that.
How do you kick people out? Yeah, how do you kick people out?
But just to answer it, it's up to you to decide who can see this meal. So you can say, all right, I'm opening the meal and only my friends can see it, or friends of friends. So we can control the privacy.
And there's a rating system. I mean, if somebody's a bad guest, they're immediately going to get ranked as a bad guest, and that's it. Right?
There's
one dinner and done.
There's a place in Atlanta called Ghetto Burger that only a few people know about, and it's a woman who cooks the best hamburger in the Southeast. And if you curse when you go in, you sit down at her breakfast bar, and she makes you a hamburger. If you curse, you get the food.
This is a big phenomenon in Cuba, correct? Paladeros in Cuba, lots of home restaurants. I mean, it's the default way to eat dinner in Cuba, I understand.
Yeah, paladar, it's like very healthy. It's Cuba, it's called paladar. It's not only in Cuba, it's also in Israel, where I grew up, lots of countries, and I think you guys need it too.
Okay, let's hear it for home dining. Very good.
Woo!
5G friends.